The workshop today is about how to catch an audience. The first thing is when you go on stage and you have a audience, a crowd in front of you, it's not the same like when you are battling, okay? When you are on the battle, you have to show that you are the best, you are the most technical beatboxer or musical beatboxer anyway, and you have to improve it and to be really the strongest man in the place, okay, to win. Because if you go to the battle, is I guess to win the battle or to try it, okay. When you are like in a show, that's not the same because you have to catch attention of the audience, and the most people on the crowd is not beatboxers, so you don't care about technique or maybe not don't care, but is not focused on the techniques. So you have to. He wants you like to have stars on in eyes, you know, like just enjoy the show. So it's not the same that that competition. Second case, in competition, you have to put all that you have in maybe 2 minutes for the elimination or 1 minute 30. So it's like a concentrate, you know. When you do a show, it's maybe for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes for the showcase, 1 hour sometime. Some of you are loopers. Okay. So I'm loopers too, so I'm doing show with loopstation too, of course. Just catch the attention of the audience during 1 hour without a loopstation. It's possible, but it's more difficult because you have to have something to tell to the audience, okay? So with the loopstation, the good point is that you can just play music. I mean, like do the loop and rap on or sing, and you can. It's like you are 5 people just alone, so in one person, so it's good. Yeah, the crowd don't want to know that you are the best. Maybe you want just to know what kind of artist you are, okay? To share what you are or what you want to share. Yes, for me, I not focus on the battle, like focus on the show or all that stuff. But for me, competition is a good thing that I have to work my beatbox, just only my beatbox techniques, maybe drop or something like this. But yeah, I realize like if I'm not competing, I just do my things. I evolve in show, in crowd interaction, but not on my beatbox techniques. And that's cool to improve our beatbox too. So it depends. Some people can just improve just the technique of the beatbox without participating to the battle. For me, that's not the case. Maybe the last routine I I wrote was for the French champ. No, not now because I participated to the World Beatbox Championship, but just before that, it was in 2015, I think. So like 5 years without improve my beatbox. But that doesn't mean that I don't work on my beatbox, because I do gigs every time. I have few bands, so I have some time to play with musicians, some time to singers, some time with dancer, and anyway. So to do a show is not just only beatboxing. That means you are a beatboxer. You can beatbox, but you can also, like I said, playing with dancer or pyrotechnics or something like this, or just go on the street alone with your microphone and just play. So we don't care about the form, but the interesting things is, like I said, to catch the audience. So the first thing when you go on stage, that's the same for the competition, but is the presence. Okay, you have to be here, to trust in you, even if you're not the best beatboxer. We don't care about it. For me, when I go to the competition, I'm like everybody, I guess, a bit stressed, more than if I do gigs. If I do gigs, I'm like in my room, you know. And it's okay. The crowd is my friend. All is my friends. When we go to the competition, is more like, pressure. All the beatboxers know how to beatbox, so you can do like a and the crowd. Wah! So it's a bit different. But for me, yes, sometimes too. But we have to catch the attention of the crowd and the juries too. So it's a bit similar. So yeah, first things when you come on stage is to don't be the guys like you know, just watching your shoes and like this, like close. You have just to open it and to think, yeah, you're the boss, you know. Even if you don't the boss, but just to investigate your stage, is explore. Yeah, you be here just straight and just look at the crowd like, okay, I know what I will do, even if you don't know what you will do, but just look like, okay. Yeah, you have to be confident. That's the first thing. And some artists like to play character, like staging, you know, like it's not you, but yeah, you. For example, I know you, but I don't know you, okay? But I know your name, okay? And I just remember you about your clothes with a lot of colors.
And I didn't bring it this time.
Yeah.
The reason.
Bro,
why?
what the
reason?
was rigged.
You want to know the reason?
Yeah.
Because it's a character. People expect things from characters. And that way, if I'm a character, it adds extra pressure on me. If I don't do that, and I am just my own true self.
Yeah, maybe you take the microphone.
Alright, do I have to repeat it? Yeah.
Yeah.
When I'm my own true self, and just in my regular old clothes, then I can just be me instead of a character. And a character is just too much. It's too much expectation. It's unneeded expectation, because people will just if you truly trust yourself to do on stage whatever you need to do, people will like it. If you truly believe in yourself and you think you're good, like you're all amazing, like you can just do whatever and people will love it. And that's why I didn't bring the character this time. I want to be myself.
Yeah, but it's like, but you're still competing under the same name, still Clown. Yeah. But are you planning to reinvent that too? That we're going to see a Shores at DBB?
That's what we're here to find out, right? I have no idea. I had a gig a couple months ago where I didn't bring the thing, and I was just purely enjoying it. I was being me. I was just doing it with Ashbloom, Joey. And it was amazing. It was an eye-opener, yeah. You're still gonna see the same movements, because that's just me. That's me. And you're still gonna see me just do whatever the fuck. But this time, for my own head, with less expectation from the people. And with time, I think I can bring the character back with... but then... so I don't feel an extra little pressure. If I know I can do this, I know I can just add a meaningless character on top of it, because I'll just stay my true self, and if people don't like it, then that's their problem.
Okay. And do you mean is it's a lot of pressure when you competing or when you do show?
I used to have a shitload of pressure on me when I played the character, because I really, really wanted to do good, and everything needed to be perfect, and that's why I practiced so much and I rehearsed so much. But now it all changed since Boom Snap Clap. I completely had an eye-opening experience that why couldn't I do this? So I went home, I practiced on my loudest, with the most amount of air, and I thought, fuck, I can do this. Why can I not do this on stage? And so I went inside myself, and I noticed that it was the perfectionism.
Yeah, but maybe it's not connected to your character, but it's more about you and your how you manage the stress and the pressure. Maybe, but the good things is if you have a character on stage, maybe you can be a bit stuck. Yeah, like you define the rules of your character, but then you have to follow the rules, your own rules. And sometimes when you want to create a show about specific specific meanings or specific way to do that. Yeah, you have to follow that, and sometimes you just lock yourself. Okay, you limit yourself. So we have to think about it and know what you want to do. But it was about the character. So some artists have character, some other artists just come like natural and don't want to play a game. Okay, it's that's depend what you want. Okay, for me, I like to be like funny on stage, to be like the dude that your dude on stage. You know, I don't know how to say that, but some people come on stage and are like really pretentious. He come on stage and he cocky. Sometimes it's not the real person, is the character. Okay, for me it's a bit dangerous because if you are like cocky and you're like, yeah, I'm the better. Okay, if you do some mistake, you falling down. Okay, but if you are like cool and like like the dude, you do a mistake and people laugh, and it's okay to do some mistake. I'm not afraid about the mistake. Sometimes just mistake make like the highlight of my show. You know, really. And you have just to, if you do the mistake, just assume the mistake. We are all humans, and people, audience, like it. But if you are like, oh, I did a mistake, it's finished. You have just to continue, like I said before, to be the man, to be the superhero. It's microphone.
But with the loop station, it's pretty hard if you do like a mistake. But
Not really. Sometimes I do mistake, like it's not on time. I just stop and I like say a joke. What you want? Sometimes I say, oh no, it's so shit, look, and I do it again. But if you come like, okay, I'm the best, you do the mistake, it's finished.
yeah, okay, you mean like okay, yeah, maintain your coolness.
And second things, when you do the mistake on the loop station, the good point is that the crowd realize that it's real. Okay, you don't just you don't know. For example, people don't know how the loop station work. Okay, so if you don't explain, yeah, for sure. Okay. In competition, it's not the same. Competition, sometimes you have just you can if the RC505 just freeze. Okay. That's not the same. We talk about the show. Okay.
I went to a show from Dub FX. That guy is crazy good. And it was. Yeah, he was amazing. So this man made a mistake, and then another, and then again, and again, and again. This man did his bass line 6 times in a row because it went wrong every single time. No one cared. No one. And everyone thought, wow, he's just doing this. It makes him human.
And the worst thing that you can do is just think about, oh, okay, it's not okay, but I let the loops continue, and every time he says, and then it's fucked up. I did it a few times, and no, it's not working, definitely. So you have to just say, okay, I did a mistake, I continue, and it's okay. And you can explain also how the loop stations work, like with a joke. I did it, I take it from Firebras, but I say, okay, look, when I play here, it's recording my voice. Then I've put again, it's continue to recording, and blah, 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 and then all the voice like together, you know. And it's a really big mess, but people just understand what you do. So it's important with the loop station, but also if you beatbox, you do a show with the beatbox, feel free to say, okay, this is the kick. Okay, you can try the hi-hat and just explain, because people don't know how it's working. You know, it's too much for the crowd, and you can also say, yeah, with the melody with the nose and the bass and everything. So don't be afraid to talk with people, and that will make a proximity with the crowd. Okay, if you just come and do every technical bits and like this, the crowd don't realize what's happened, and some that's really rare to know it now. But some people don't know if only voice and think about is some some devices or music recording before, and especially with the loopstation. So feel free to just explain to the crowd. Just take 1 minute.
Bad girl, fire brass. Please put the fire for the green, say your man. Bad girl, fire brass. Oh no. Bad girl,
Put the fire out and mash up the
fire
place.
brass.
Beatbox with him, a big smile on your face. Listen the music when you